Hi there, welcome to Meditate with Kate. My name's Caitlin, and today I'm going to guide you through a sensory meditation practice. A lot of the time, particularly if we're highly stressed, we tend to spend a lot of time stuck in our own heads, and it can be really helpful to move outwards to experience the world around us. So in this practice, we're going to focus on the 5 senses and what they can tell us. Now, if your mind wanders during this practice, that's totally okay. It is natural, that's what the mind does. And the point of meditation is not to stop our thoughts completely, but to notice when we've become distracted, and then guiding our attention back to the focus of the practice. So taking a moment now to find a comfortable seat of your choice, and that may be sitting on the floor on a meditation cushion, or it could be perhaps even lying down in bed, making sure you don't get too comfortable and risk falling asleep. And we're going to take a moment here to allow our breath to come to a normal, natural rhythm, just paying attention to our breathing. Nice, natural breath in and out through the nose. We're just observing our natural breath, and we're not doing anything special with it. We're going to start today's sensory practice by paying attention to sounds. So take a moment and shift your attention to what you can hear. Maybe there's a lot of sound, or maybe you can't hear anything at all, and that's totally fine. If that's the case, pay attention to the lack of sound. And maybe also pay attention to whether the sounds you hear are close by or far away. And maybe the quality of the sound, whether it's quiet or loud. Maybe noticing what directions the sounds are coming from, and whether it's constant or does the sound change. Maybe it's a natural sound that you hear, like the sound of the wind through the trees, or maybe birds singing. Or maybe it's man-made sound, like the sound of traffic, or car horns, or people talking in the distance. Just noticing the sounds around you in the environment that you're in. And next we're going to move on to what you can see. So if your eyes have been closed, you can gently blink them open and take in what you see around you. Whether you're sitting inside in a room in your house, or maybe outside, taking in the different colors, the tones, the shadows, and maybe the size of the objects around you. Are they big or small? Take a moment to pay attention and look at them individually. Maybe taking in what their texture is like. Is it shiny or matte? Or maybe it's made of some sort of fabric, or maybe a more natural material. Just observing your environment, really taking everything in. Next, we're going to move on to the sense of smell briefly. What can you smell in your immediate environment? Maybe you can't smell anything, and that's okay. You'll just notice an absence of smells. If you can smell something, what are the sensations like? What does the smell remind you of? Or how does it make you feel? Certain smells can often bring up specific memories or emotions. And again, if you get distracted at any point, that's totally fine. Just notice that you've been distracted and gently guide your mind back to the sensation that you're paying attention to. And now we'll move on to the sense of touch. How does the chair or the ground or the bed that you're lying on beneath you feel? What are the sensations that you can feel? You don't need to invent any sensations. Just notice what's already there. And again, if you get distracted, just congratulate yourself for noticing and move your focus back to the exercise. You might want to see if you can pay attention to the feel of the clothes that you're wearing on your skin. And if you're sitting on a couch or a chair, maybe see if you can sense the texture or the feel of the place that you're sitting. And now we're going to just bring our attention back to the breath once more, like we did at the beginning, just for a couple of breaths as we move towards the end of this practice. Just focusing on the normal, natural breath, moving in and out of the nose, perhaps even sensing the rise and fall of the chest. And you may even want to try and see if you can sense your heartbeat. And if you can't, that's totally fine too. And whenever you're ready, you can gently open the eyes, coming back to the room and the environment that you're sitting in. And thank yourself for taking a few minutes out of your busy day for a meditation practice, for some self-care. I hope you enjoyed today's practice, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you, and bye for now.